Hey Aries, and welcome to your love reading for the end of March, and of course any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. And if this message doesn't resonate, please don't forget to check your other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement than just your sun sign. And also for love readings, don't forget to cross watch, meaning don't forget to watch the sign of the person that you're connected with, as there could be messages for you there as well. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into the reading. I'm going to be pulling the energy of the masculine on the left, the feminine on the right. Feel free to reverse the roles and see where you fit, as we both exude masculine and feminine qualities at one point or another. You can definitely resonate with both sides, so do keep that in mind. I'm going to be pulling the energy of the union here, the challenges, how you feel towards one another, and your desires for the connection, so what you guys want out of this. And at the very end, I'm going to pull a card for the potential outcome regarding the spread. All right, so let's get into it. So for the overall energy of the union, I'm going to be pulling from the Island Time Wellness. See what's going on here for Aries and their person. All right, what is going on collectively with Aries? Here we have the chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. That definitely tends to be the feminine energy, right? The sword and rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, humor, protection, power, and girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Interesting. Okay, I was gonna say I kind of want to get one for the masculine, but I think this answered my question. Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. All right, so I definitely feel that there is a block within the masculine, okay? And the feminine is definitely chasing after the masculine while he undergoes this period in his life. Okay, there is definitely truth coming to the surface though, and I think the truth for the feminine here is that she needs to just take her energy back. She needs to spend time, with her girls, with friends, and just enjoy her time being single, moving on, living in the moment, having fun, and not being caught up in this connection if it is becoming codependent and a bit obsessive. Okay, I think the masculine is just undergoing his own turmoil, and it's not the feminine's responsibility to make them see the truth that is probably in their face, right? And I think the masculine does see this truth, but because he's still battling unhealthy behaviors over there, he's not going to be able to see. And that could probably be part of his truth also, that he's starting to understand that there is addictions that he needs to face and overcome. And there's definitely just a feeling of blockage within the connection because of that. But I feel that the feminine has definitely been chasing this masculine, trying to get him to see the bright side of things, right? Trying to get him to see that this connection can save him, but that's not, like I said, the feminine's responsibility, right? So I think in order for you to move on and move forward is to just let go of this block and this restraint. Because I think the feminine could even have an addiction towards the masculine in that aspect, right? And the masculine could be feeding into that also. Like, the more you chase them, the more they tend to continue being in this addictive behavior. So, it's like psychology. Like, if you ignore him and you just focus on yourself, that'll probably help him heal these issues instead of you constantly chasing him. No offense, that's just how I'm getting the message, okay? But we all go through that, like realizing that we are the chaser in codependent relationships, and it is a fear of abandonment. And I think that's a lesson for the feminine to understand, that she needs to let go of this fear of abandonment, that what is hers is always hers and will not lose her, right? What is yours by divine right will not lose you. So if this masculine is not your divine right, then the universe will interfere to make sure that you know that this person isn't for you. However, if you feel that they are yours, even letting go of them is still going to make them yours, right? Like, you can't lose what is already yours. So if he's yours, but he's battling unhealthy patterns and things of that nature, you need to let them go, because what's yours will always come back to you, right? So let's go ahead and see what's happening here. It's already getting juicy. All right, so I'm going to start with the challenges of this connection. Start with the masculine first. What is the challenge of the masculine? Ooh, that flew out. 2 of Pentacles. That's Capricorn energy. And the Devil, which could be that card, is Capricorn energy as well. So you could be dealing with the Capricorn. The Feminine's challenge. Judgment, yeah. You could be seeing the truth and then kind of ignoring it. Feelings. 5 of Cups. Feminine's feelings. Okay, we got 2 cards for you. We got 6 of Swords. Yeah, this is moving on. Where did we see that? Yeah, moving on. The Lovers. Because, you know, like I was saying, like if you know this person is meant for you, detaching yourself from it isn't going to make them go away. It's just going to make them go within and figure out what they need to do. Desire for the connection. 4 of Cups. Feminine's desire. Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay. Let me just want you guys to be able to see everything. All right, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Cups. There's that heart chakra activation. Yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and start with this card right here. But I feel that the masculine is definitely starting to open up his heart, especially if he has been coming from battling unhealthy addictions or what have you, having this block and restraint. I think you activated in him to open up a little bit. So you definitely may have seen a small part of this masculine being vulnerable. And I think vulnerability is really hard for him. Especially because we have the 5 of Cups here, and that represents like past wounds. So I feel like you're kind of a gleam of hope for this masculine, right? And a part of that also, though, is because you do tend to put an effort and show this masculine that he is lovable. So I feel like that's part of this truth here too, that he's starting to see that he is capable of love, he is worthy of love, where when maybe he didn't think that, right? With the addiction card over there, he could feel like less than, unworthy, but you taught him that there is love inside of him. And I think it was for the first time in a long time that someone may have expressed emotion to him, but it's a very, very small activation of the heart. Okay, he could have this definitely a heart chakra blocked, and he only thinks about himself. When heart chakras are blocked, that means that they only care about their own feelings. So he could hurt you in the process of trying to protect his heart. Okay, and he could think that he's only watching out for his best interests. And that's definitely coming from, you know, an unhealthy perspective. But I just see that this is the starting for something new in his life regarding emotion and love. Okay, but I feel like he is struggling. So his challenge, 2 of Pentacles. He's juggling 2 notions right now. Could be just dealing with a lot in his life that doesn't have to do with this connection, but I just get a very confused energy here where he doesn't really know what is what. And he's going back and forth with this idea of the connection, right? He doesn't really know what to do. It's like he thinks about reaching out, but then doesn't. And it just goes back and forth. It's like ping pong. He doesn't know when to actually make an action towards you. It's just a very hesitant energy. It's kind of what I'm feeling here. Like he's really hesitating in speaking to the feminine right now. Not making a choice, not making a decision. Caught between two crossroads, right? Two ideas. Definitely thinking about what to do though. Okay, you are definitely on his mind, but he doesn't know what to do. So let's go ahead and see what's going on there. Why is the Two of Pentacles there? Judgment. Wow. Well, yeah, you have Judgment over here too. He's struggling with the truth. He's been awakened and he's starting to become more awakened. Yeah. Things are shifting for this masculine. Wheel of Fortune. He's starting to see things from a new perspective again, because I feel like you opened up his heart. It's like a very, very small fraction though. You know, like in the Grinch where his heart was like very, very small and then it just starts like slowly growing really big. That's what's happening here with this masculine. And it's very, very hard to undergo that transformation, right? Like a dark night of the soul type of thing. So he's struggling with that. And he's understanding that this is his truth though, to allow love into his life right now. It's like a harsh truth. After undergoing a lot, like, look at how she looks very disheveled and like kind of wounded there. Her clothes are torn apart. Like, this masculine has definitely gone through a transformation. He's being divinely guided to open his eyes, to awaken. And in his heart, he knows what to do. But again, because he's not all there yet, like ascension wise, he doesn't know how to go about it. His intuition can definitely be guiding him to, like I said, wake up. But he's still struggling with that. Like, he's kind of juggling his heart and his mind, like the physical reality and his intuitive abilities, you know. Maybe he's more of a logical person, very practical, and now he's being called to see things differently with the Wheel of Fortune from a more newfound knowledge. And it's just very challenging for him. That's why it's there as his challenge. But he is going through an awakening, an ascension process. Yeah. And so are you. With the Judgment over here as your challenge too. I feel like you guys are definitely going through your own ascension processes differently, where this masculine is learning to open up his heart more, to allow love into his life, to know that he's not, you know, so wounded as he presumes to be. You're learning that this fear of abandonment here needs to be checked on, right? It's like you're being asked to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yes. Because I feel like I kind of get like a very impulsive, kind of messy energy with the chaser there as a feminine. I feel like you definitely put yourself out there a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But I think with this masculine, kind of like you hit a roadblock with this masculine, and it's making you see things differently. Maybe in the past you got every guy you wanted and it was very easy, but with this guy it's like really more tumultuous, and that kind of also makes you more intrigued. And your part with Judgment here is to realize that this isn't going to be easy, that if you want this connection, it's going to be hard. It's going to cause you to let go of it, right? To surrender, to allow the universe to take over for you, right? To not be so controlling, to just lose control. So that's your challenge as well. You're being called to awaken higher too, and I feel you're struggling with that as well. Okay, and that's what this clarity and truth and revelation here is. Solidarity, force, humor, protection, and power. So there's like 3 messages coming through about truth and clarity. So I think you both are awakening and realizing a lot of things about yourself that you haven't in the past, and it's very challenging, okay? All right, what's going on with Judgment over there with Aries? 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Yeah, like I said, it hasn't been easy. This is very burdensome on you. You feel like you're carrying a lot on your plate, and it's making you very defensive with the 7 of Wands. It's making you very like having your guard up to the truth, right? Like I said, like a part of you could be ignoring this truth, maybe not wanting to face the fact that you have this fear of abandonment, or that you are a chaser in a codependent relationship. You know what I mean? And it could just be hard for you to like just come to that realization. But you're tired, you're burdened, and you keep fighting for this connection when you need to just let go of it. You need to spend more time with friends and move on and enjoy your singlehood. Live in the moment, have fun. Stop spending so much time on this connection. All right, so the masculine's feelings, 5 of Cups. He is in his feelings, 100%. He understands that he's hurting you by acting this way, right? By not being ready to fully open up. And I think in this present moment, it's making him face those past wounds that he's run away from. This connection is making him face everything that he's been running away from. Okay, but there are 2 cups here that he is ignoring. He's focusing on what no longer matters. And again, that's part of his awakening, is like to let go of the past, just move forward. But he is like sad right now, perhaps depressed, focusing on the wrong things for sure. Especially with this 4 of Cups here too. It's like he's ignoring the cup. He's ignoring where he's being divinely guided right now. Just during this time, doesn't mean forever, of course. Oof, you guys are mirroring each other. Look at this. 6 of Swords with the Lovers, and you have exactly this over here too. That's crazy. That is crazy. This could definitely be a twin flame connection. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Especially with the mirroring and the triggering and the chaser. I'm surprised the runner isn't here, but this guy is definitely the runner. Yeah, 5 of Cups. He knows also the intensity of this connection, the soulmate feeling here. Also has very deep feelings for you, like you, him. And they also want to move to a calmer place here with the 6 of Swords. Wants to move on, right? He wants to move on from this past too. Doesn't mean that he doesn't want to, right? He could just be stuck there. Doesn't mean he doesn't care about you or doesn't care about this connection enough to let it go. He wants to let it go desperately. He wants to be successful in doing so. 6 of Wands, and then the Star card. Healing, right? Hope. Moving forward. Following their North Star. He's definitely in his feels, though, about how this connection is at currently, just presently. Wishes things were better. Wishes he could detach from the past. And this connection too, just wishing to detach from the connection because it brings him pain, right? Like I said, like it's making him face his triggers that he's been running away from. So it's a very triggering connection, I feel here. And then with you over here is the same, the Lovers and the 6 of Swords. I mean, same thing for you. You feel the soulmate connection, but you understand too that you need to move on from it, right? Because the more you tend to kind of like take your energy back and focus on yourself, the more it causes transformation in him, in this connection altogether, to come into union. And there could be distance involved, and maybe that's also the challenging part of this connection, that you guys are far apart. Just like whether it's emotional or physical distance, there's definitely some sort of distance here. Feeling like worlds away. But you guys see each other, okay? You guys see each other. It's felt. You guys feel the same way. The feeling is mutual. It's amazing. They feel the same way that you feel, basically. What is this? The Empress. Yeah, need I say more? Divine Feminine, there you are, Knight of Pentacles. This is definitely taking its sweet ass time, though. All these transformations and such. 3 of Wands, waiting for it. You're definitely waiting on the world to change. Yes, on this connection to change. But you're feeling very strong about yourself, okay? Like, you know who you are, and you're not letting anything deter you from that, right? And again, that's part of your awakening and your ascension process, is to just remember who the F you are, you know, and not let anything or anyone make you fall off your throne. Like, you're sitting back, you're chilling, okay? And that's part of your ascension too, to know that you don't have to be a chaser. The Empress just sits back and relaxes, and the things come to her, people come to her. And that's what you're starting to feel. You're starting to let go and detach from this, and understanding that when you let go and detach, it'll come to you. So that's beautiful. I'm really loving this reading. All right, so the masculine's desire for the connection, 4 of Cups. Right now, yes, he's going to continue to ignore this, continue to ignore the cup and focus on these 3 cups that he's crying about. But it's temporary. It's not forever. It's just while he's figuring things out. It's while he's going through this transformation. You know, feminines are a lot more open and vulnerable and receptive to these types of connections. The masculines, not so much, especially when they're more wounded masculines. And this guy is definitely wounded right now. So for the time being, he wants to just continue just putting the connection at the back burner. And it's not like that's even possible, because a connection like this isn't, you don't put it in the back burner. It's always going to be at the forefront of your conscious. But he'd like to just kind of not focus on it entirely so that he can work on himself, is what I really feel here. Okay, so if he ignores you right now, it's not anything personally. And that's another lesson within the Empress, is that the Empress still gets triggered. Okay, she still questions herself. She still questions why the one person that she wants is ignoring her, right? But again, that's your lesson to understand that you can't fear that. You shouldn't let that get to you. Because the masculine for right now is going to continue to ignore the connection. Nine of Cups. Yeah, he's focusing on himself, which is great. That's exactly where you want him to be. Nine of Cups speaks of a wish fulfillment, right? And I think his wish is just to move forward to more stable grounds, okay? To bring justice into his life after a period of just holding on to the pain, the past, not letting go of it. His wish is to let go and let God. I just heard that. So he could be tapping more into his spirituality or religion, whatever he feels guided to. Doesn't have to be the case. I always say let go and let the universe for people who don't, you know, whatever. But he definitely wants the feminine. He understands that he's ignoring you and putting you in an uncomfortable position. He gets that. And you are his wish too, okay, with this Nine of Cups here. But I think right now, in order for this connection to come into union, he has to fill his own cup before he can fill onto another cup, right? Like these cups look empty here. So he has to work on his cup first, looking for his 9th cup, right? Evolving and just wanting to be more grounded too, because he could be a hot mess right now. Kind of just get like a really hot mess energy from the masculine. So you don't want him when he's not capable of being in a connection, right? You want them when they're more stable. And everything that's happening is divine timing, basically. And it's just up to you to have the patience to do that. Which I do see you having over here with the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, you intuitively know what is going on here. Okay, the Empress knows. She knows what's up. You understand that he's making his way to you just very slow, because he's got a lot to work on, okay? It's not like an overnight success with this masculine. It's definitely like tooth and nail with him. Like he's going to take his sweet time, but he's definitely moving towards you. And that's what you intuitively know. And that's kind of what you're asking for, wisdom and patience from the universe to guide you during this time, to not lose sight of what can be. I see you like just praying for like not only an answer, but just like clarity and understanding of this connection. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, with him taking his sweet time to get to you, while he's making the way to you, it could make you again, make the Empress go into a very triggering state where she feels neglected. But that's where you have to trust in your intuition that things are happening in its divine timing, divine order. Okay, and I think that's going to be the most challenging part for this feminine. Oh, okay, I thought almost a bunch of cards flew, but only one did, so let's see what that is. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you understand that this is going to take time. You planted your seed and now you have to wait for them to grow, right? Page of Swords. Yeah, there's that like overanalyzing, scrutinizing the connection, social media stalking, and I felt that with the Empress getting triggered. Like the Empress can definitely like still go and like and lurk and find things she doesn't want to see. So just be careful with that. You know, stay away from that because it's not going to do you any good. It's going to, if anything, cause another blockage and restraint in this connection. The more you evolve and ascend, the faster this masculine makes his way to you. The more you tend to fall back into low vibrational energies, the further he deters, right? It's like you guys mirror each other. So if you're leveling up, he's leveling up. And if you're not, then he's not either, right? And yes, he's definitely a few steps behind you with the Knight of Pentacles. So again, like I said, it's just up to you to have patience. But you planted your seed with the Seven of Pentacles, and now you have to wait for them to grow. And I think that's your biggest challenge, is just trusting your intuition during this time frame that he is meant for you, but he will make his way to you when the time is right. So that's beautiful. Really like this reading, Aries. All right, so let's go ahead and what should I do? Yeah, let's start with this one first, and then I'll do the love letter. So this will just be advice regarding this situation so far. All right, what is the highest message for Aries and their person? Ooh, romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Yes, indeed. That's what I felt here, that as soon as Cupid hit this masculine with the arrow, that changed everything. That's where this romance started blooming. That's where he started feeling something, where his heart was very closed off before. He could have been very cold and detached, you know, and like shied away from his emotions, and probably just was passionate and flirty and probably only hooked up. But everything's starting to transform, and it's because of this romantic connection. Cupid arrow strikes. Valentine's Day could be significance for someone within this connection, or just like within your own life, your own experience. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And yeah, I feel like this masculine is definitely healing, and that's why he's taking this time apart from you right now, because he doesn't want to come to you when he's a mess. And I feel like he is a hot mess right now. So everything is where it's meant to be. You're learning your lessons and he's learning his. All right, so let's see what he wants to say to you. All right, what does this masculine want to say to the beautiful feminine? Ooh, that came out very quickly. Oh, okay. I wish I could have fun with you right now, to laugh and joke like we used to. It would make me feel so much lighter and happier. I know we can't be together right at this moment, but the joy you brought to my life is something that I think about often. I was lucky to be with you. Yeah, I feel like he's definitely reminiscent, reflecting. Maybe you guys did have good times, but then like when the feelings hit, he retracted. And that's like where it caused all of this to go into what it's currently at. But he definitely misses you and wishes he could have fun, but he's just keeping to himself right now. Yeah, look at this. Although I didn't say it, I felt so much love for you. I don't know if you could feel it in my touch, see it in my eyes, but I'm sorry that I didn't speak it from my heart. You are such a truly incredible person. I don't know anyone else like you. You're such a rare find, and I know how special that makes you. Beautiful. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that others may receive this message and it helps support my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.